Young Buck Watch.
To the Young Buck Watch.
I said Young Buck Watch.
It's the Young Buck Watch.
For me, again, I have to give it to Soul Close. I'm gonna edge it out to Scotty Barnes.
Again.
But for me,
Evan Mobley got 26 last night, you know.
Evan Mobley was. Scotty Barnes was looking so polished, bro. So polished, bro. Against Brooklyn. It was also looking like a 30 little two-way player as well, bro.
Yeah.
Had some really good defensive possessions against KD and Harden. For me, I just like his pace of the game. I just like I said last week, he's always playing within himself. I don't see him doing anything forced.
He's not forcing nothing. He knows his assignment. Oh. Jalen Green managed to get a few dunks this week, though.
Jalen Green, I'll skip over Scotty. Actually, I'm not going to skip over Scotty Barnes. Just clean. He plays so well within the offense. You can tell he listens to. You can tell he understands the cracks and crevices of where he can capitalize on the offense, and he uses his advantages on the defensive end. So you're looking at someone who could be a potential young two-way player. Sorry. The reason why I give it to him above Evan Mobley is because from someone who watched the Timberwolves, right?
You've seen it before.
Obviously, I can't take
you've seen it
away.
Before.
No, I can't take this away from Evan Mobley, but he's playing with a very good distributor in Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, his career.
Darius Garland as well. He's a good.
Colin Sexton, I just seen notification earlier on injury.
But yeah, I give it to Scotty because Scotty can handle. Scotty can create a little bit more for himself than Evan Mobley can. But Evan Mobley, it was so close for me.
26 points. I saw 26 points. That's a big performance. He had another 30 week anyway. And let's got one question. How much did Scotty pay you to talk about him for 2 weeks in a row?
He transferred me 10 bags.
I thought so.
And 10 bags just for people who aren't British. That's 10,000.
Okay, cool. For me, my Young Buck watch this week, I actually went with Cade Cunningham. And it was weird because I almost wanted to put him as my who's flopping, right? But then I thought, I can't. But he's only played 5 games. He just come from injury. I thought I can't do that to the guy in there. But to me, Cade Cunningham, he obviously number one pick. Everyone, there's always a lot of spotlight, a lot of pressure on you. This, that. Oh, Cade Cunningham's first game, all this. Against the Bucks, he shot dead. He was 0 for 9 from the 3-point line. That's what I thought. He's flopping. But he proved me wrong against Philly when they played against Philly. Obviously, to be fair, he's at Detroit. They lost all of their games, but they did have a tough schedule this week. They played against the Bucks, Brooklyn, and Philly. So it was a tough schedule. But against Philly, he started off dead, and I actually made it because I was actually watching that game. Funny enough, the beginning of that, and I made a little note to be like, Cade having another dead game. Yeah. Is he flopping? To remind myself to check up again. Yeah. And then he finished with an 18-point double-double. And I was like, oh, he finished me.
That's what I was going to say. One thing I've noticed about Cade is like the LaMelo thing. It's like a guy he weirdly just has, he's just weirdly a good rebounder.
Yeah.
He seems to be in the right position at the right time.
He's an all-rounder. He's 30. And he also had 17 against Brooklyn. Now, 18-point double-double against Philly and a 17-point outing against Brooklyn is 30. Obviously, they lost. But the reason why I've picked him isn't because of that. It's the fact that he still managed to score 18 and 17. But this week, his shooting percentage was 26%. Right? Which is dead. Yeah. And from the free, it was 17%. You're seeing the potential behind exactly. So to be able to still drop 18 and 17 with those shooting percentages, obviously that shows that you're taking bare shots. But that means to me when he's actually settled in, obviously that's not going to be his shooting percentage. When he's settled in, because they're still rookies, they're still young bucks. He's nervous. He's still adjusting to the game. All this. When he settles in, to me, he should be a consistent 20-point a night guy, no question. Because if you're dropping 18 of 26% shooting, you can definitely be dropping 20 on a nightly basis. And that's why I picked him to watch for my Young Buck watch, because this week coming, I want to see if he settles in more. Is he still shooting dead? Is he consistently getting 18, 17, 15, that sort of score up to 20 now? Or is it still peaks and troughs and waves? That's why, for me, I put Cade this week.
Last rookie I'll touch on. I know we've only picked like the commercial rookies. We haven't gone for the Josh Giddey's, the Chris.
Josh Giddey's a commercial rookie.
You think he's a commercial rookie?
Maybe because I follow OKC. For me, he's everywhere. But he's everywhere for me. When I read anything to do with NBA, he's there. He's everywhere.
The person who scares me the most, that if they were to figure it out, could be dangerous out of all of them, is still Jalen Green. He's the one that scares me because he has the aura around him, if you get what I mean, with the highlights, with the athleticism, with the bit of swagger in it.
So I'll be honest with you. I don't think Jalen Green will be a star NBA player for at least 2 years. Because he's had that year in the G League, he's playing differently to everybody else. You can see it in his confidence and whatever. Like you said, he's dangerous. He's got that athleticism. He has been dropping 20 plus points. We've seen it. But I still feel like he will not become the play he's not going to show the play he's meant to be for a few more seasons, because I don't know what it is. I just don't see it happening this year. Potentially next year, I don't know. For me, he doesn't scare me. I don't watch him and I don't feel threatened by him. I don't know why. I just don't feel threatened.
He will do a move every now and then, whether it's a step back three, whether it's like a strong take to the rim. Where I'm like, oh, if he was to get it all together offensively, I don't know about the defensive end. Obviously, Houston fans, you can talk about that. But from when I'm just seeing the offensive side, he's the one that looks like he could be the scariest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Scariest is in what? He's only going to do that once or twice a game.
He's more explosive. He's not as big, but he's more explosive than Scottie Barnes. He has a better handle than him. He's same thing for Cade. He's got more flair, more explosiveness than Cade Cunningham. Like he has. I think you know what it is.
That's not going to win you games, though.
I can explain it. From just what I'm saying, it's the athleticism. That's the thing.
And what? I know it sounds silly, but so what?
In the NBA, when you have the skill and you can tie the athleticism with it, that puts you above everyone else.